What's going on, everybody? Good people across Cherokee County. Big Matt Diamond Dean is in the house. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day.
That wind's blowing out there, man.
What's going on today, Dean?
Good. How you doing?
Man, I'm hanging in there.
You hanging in there?
Yeah.
You've been watching. We've had a pretty good weekend watching.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Oxygen Channel, ID Channel, serial killer stuff. We watch all that stuff.
We think it's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
It's a shame, but it's still
yeah,
interesting.
oh yeah.
I mean, you don't have that kind of stuff when you have a society.
So, I guess today we're going to go backwards. We're going to talk about the Gonzaga Baylor game.
Yeah.
It got out of hand pretty quick.
Woo.
Not expecting by either one of us at all or nobody else. I don't.
We got it wrong.
Of course, we're going to do some girls softball. Got a few games, Cedar Bluff Center, Spring Garden, what they got going on. The boys baseball, Cedar Bluff Gainesville was played.
Yeah, I went to watch Cedar Bluff Tuesday.
Spring Garden and Sandrock had played each other. I went out there and got to spend some time out there one day. So that's going kind of a center baseball. They're playing good right now. They had a good game. We're going to go over all those notes about them too.
You went to Spring Garden and Sandrock.
I did, yeah. Okay. And of course, we got to add a little bit, guys, because baseball season's kind of wrapping up.
Yeah.
College basketball is over.
Over.
So we're going to look into tonight. We're going to look at last year's Final Four teams, and we've done
football.
We've done broke down Bama. We talked about them earlier in their spring game and stuff. So we're going to look at Notre Dame, Ohio State, Clemson, and then two of our teams that we're not going to reveal just yet. So y'all hang around and watch. Stay tuned for that. And again, we appreciate you taking some time out of your day, tuning in to the Matt Todd Show. We appreciate it.
Nice day out.
It is. It is. I guess first, we'll start out with the. Let's see which one is this. Cedar Bluff girls, and it's played Center girls the other day softball. Gonna get a shot of that, man. I've been sick all week. Pollen, sinus is killing me. All right. Looks like Cedar Bluff, the girls had fell behind pretty early. They couldn't mount a comeback. They got behind 8-1. That was the final for the game. Abby Lee and now Anila Lloyd and the Tucker girl, they all played pretty good. Right. Cedar Bluff had their struggles, said, to contain the high-powered offense of Cherokee County Warriors girls softball team. They got 8 runs up pretty quick on them to get things started off in the first inning. Lee drove in 1 when she singled, and Lloyd led things off on the rubber for center pitching. The ace allowed only 4 hits and run over 3 innings, striking out 4 and walking only 1. Now, Jordan Walker, which is
Right.
Mandy's girl, they says here she started off pitching. She surrendered 8 runs over those innings, and Reese Patterson threw 1 inning out of the bullpen. Maddie and Allen Walker all each collected hits for Cedar Bluff. Turkey County tailed 10 hits in the game. Lee Lloyd and number 10 managed multiple hits for Turkey County. For the girls, final that was 8-1. And
what's that push center record too? Does it give their record on there?
the center girls, yeah.
I knew it's. Did they win the? They won the county tournament too.
Yeah, 12-9 right now.
12-9. Brad Weaver, good buddy of mine.
They're looks like Tuesday. The girls are going to be up at Sandrock, playing up there.
I gotta give Brad some credit. He's a pretty smart guy. He got that softball job and went and got the 2 best softball players they possibly ever had.
Yeah.
To be his assistants. Very, very intelligent move.
Well, it's not in county, but we'll mention it anyway. Fife beats Asbury 14-0. Ty Bell, Riley West, Kobe Harris, and Rao all played very well. Some names that we all know. Parker Goodwin, the basketball guy, won MVP down there at the game.
Are they 500 yet?
They're 17.
Okay. I guess that'll. So I guess they're number 1 or 2 in state. I did hear some gossip today that Phil Campbell was the team to beat.
Yeah.
In 3A.
Right. We'll roll in down to baseball, I guess. Corey goes 4 for 4. They had a game over at Gillsville. Cedar Bluff wins 15-2, and he also hit a homer. Mm-hmm. And Burleson hits 2 home runs. 1 wasn't good enough, so Jabbo just goes and gets 2
in 1 game.
So let's see here. Also in for the batting for the Tigers, they had a big inning. A lot of thanks to doubles by Hagan and Hunter Stallings, Chaz Boys, and Bucky. Pack singles, and of course Jacob had 2 home runs over there at Gelsville. At the bottom of the first inning, Gelsville tied things up at 1. Bradley Mitchell drove in 1. The Tigers varsity pulled away good with 8 runs in the 3rd inning, where Hunter doubled on the first pitch at bat. Burleson homered on a 2-2 count, scoring 3 runs, and then Pack singles. Bentheimer took a loss for Gelsville. The pitcher surrendered 9 runs on 12 hits over the 3 innings. Says Burleson went yard in the 1st inning and 3rd inning, and Teague hit 1 in the 5th inning. He was also 4 for 4.
Burleson's getting on up there and home. What's he got, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
I know he's got 3 for a fact.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I've missed some.
Yeah. Cedar Bluff total for 17 hits that day. Teague, Stallings, Pack, Burleson, Burt, Stallings each all had multiple hits. Teague led the team. He was 4 for 4 that day. Looks like they don't give me the next game. Gelsville will be at Gaston tomorrow. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
I think we're supposed to have good weather this week.
Sandrock boys, let's see, they wound up playing Spring Garden over here in the last one. I'll tell you a little bit about the first game. Went over there and was in person, got to go see the guys, and it was a great day. Weather was great. Couldn't ask for a better day. They all warm up, get out there on the mound, start the game, and Goins pitch for Spring Garden.
He's good.
Yeah, man, he's grown up. It's just, I always say this. I can't believe how grown they are.
Oh, I know.
I mean, they're men. You know,
he's just a junior too.
Yeah, I mean, you see these kids, well, you know, a lot when they're young, and now they're all growing up. And I remember the older boys now. I remember them being younger on the team when I was go over there and watch Kobe and Austin Slayton play all the time.
Yeah, no, they're the ones. They've won 16 or 17 ball games, haven't they?
Yeah, they jumped up pretty good on them. They were just hitting the ball. They were just wasn't really errors by Sandrock. It was just Spring Garden. The boys were just hitting the ball in spots where you couldn't make a play on it. You know, they just get on base and.
Are they looking? Are they in the driver's seat?
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get on. Are they?
Yeah.
Westbrook's winning that. It's
right.
Spring Garden second, Sandrock third right now.
That's the way it looks. Yeah.
Okay, and there's still another week left though, right?
Let's see.
Now that you went to the one game out of a 3-game series, right?
Let's see. They have left. Spring Garden will travel to Sulligent in the first round.
Oh, okay.
Don't know much about them yet. We're going to do some studying on them, see what they got this week. Tomorrow looks like they're going to be at Cleveland County, and then Tuesday Spring Garden will host Oaks Bluff. Thursday, Ranburne, they'll play them at Chocolate, and then Friday they'll play Oxford at Chocolate. All games are going to start at 4:30 for Spring Garden. I talked to
Oaks Bluff, Spring Garden. I'm not with none seeing that.
I talked to Coach a little bit about that. He's looking to hit another groove. They come out firing pretty well, right out of football, right out of basketball, straight into baseball. So he's looking for them to hit a groove in baseball. We got in the county tournament there, and they got a little off track. It seems a little bit. They struggle a little bit, which is going to happen. I mean, good teams or bad teams or, whatever, you're going to have moments where you just don't have good games. I mean, we are human.
Right.
And they're just kids, and they got a lot of stuff going on in their heads. And, and I think probably some of it just may be that, because it's definitely not their ability. It's thinking about it too much.
Right.
I think that probably just could have all to do with it. But they wound up winning that first game, and they go to Sandrock, and Sandrock beats them in the next game over there 9-8. Tell you a little bit about that game.
All right.
Yoder collected 4 hits in the defeat. Yoder singled in the second and doubled it in the fourth, singled in the fifth. Sandrock varsity notched 5 runs in the 5th inning. They had a big inning there. I think that's what Coach was relating to, that they might have had a bad inning. And if when you're playing a good team, and they're really close to each other caliber wise. Excuse me. Yeah, you can't have errors. Ethan Clanton, got to see them over there the other night and talk to them, his daddy and them. I know them real well. Good people, great people. Took the loss in that game there. Spring Garden had 2 home runs. Luke Welch had a long ball in the 4th inning, and Welch had a homer in the 4th inning. So that's kind of how that game went. 9-8. Now Spring Garden had beat them 6-1 at the game that I was at.
So that sent them to a game 3, right?
Yeah, they played 3 for the series, and then the last game there, Sandrock wins 9-7 over there to come back. Logan Wood pitched for Sandrock, and Logan's one of the kids that I've known forever and ever. He's a good ball player. Kurt took the loss for Spring Garden. He went 6 innings, allowed 9 runs and 10 hits. Sandrock varsity totaled 11 hits in the game. We had Giles, Wood, Slade, St. Clair, all each managed multiple hits for Sandrock. Spring Garden tallied with 9 hits on the day. Riley, Kurt, Welsh, and Kurt Riley and Weston all had multiple hits for Spring Garden that day, but they come up short on the one game, 9-7. That's been a great series. Really enjoyed that one. That's always. I've known so many kids.
You enjoy it
from both teams. That we've just played a lot together, and it's always. I like going and seeing all.
So is Sandrock out? Are they not in the playoffs?
No, they'll still be in because where they're going to finish that. I mean, their only losses are just.
So how many teams from each region?
I don't know how they do it now.
I don't know.
They've changed it. They changed regions and stuff.
He said Mark Welsh said Spring Garden had 2 bad innings in the first game.
Right.
Sandrock had 3 good ones.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how how's the playoff format for high school baseball?
Yeah, how they
top
do it.
Top 4 go, top 2 go. How is it?
They've changed when they changed the regions and stuff up 2 years ago, I think. I remember some stuff changing a little bit.
So Sandrock and Spring Garden and Westbrook still all in the same?
Yeah. I mean, Westbrook's going to be hard to beat. They got double kid pitching. But it seems they're beatable when he's not pitching.
Now, Coach Nelson, I talked to him. I saw him out, and he said that Cedar Bluff was going to make the playoffs, but they were going to have to play the number 1 team.
Right, yeah.
So, I saw them play the other day. They had a good game. Burleson pitched.
Yeah, you went over there and watched them play.
Preston Burt hit a 3-run shot.
They beat
Appalachian.
Yeah. Win. And Appalachian's they're a good young team like Cedar Bluff. They're young. They're good.
Well, and they had one of the best players in Northeast Alabama.
Yeah.
But he did not pitch that game. But he did hit a home run. He was the catcher.
I watched him play against Coosa Christian.
So, he was their quarterback too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's supposed to be a big-time player.
Real deal.
Yeah, I've actually heard it said he's the best player in Northeast Alabama.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Dutton? From what they say?
All around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Baseball, football.
I mean, if he's going to LSU.
Well, then that team was talking about Fife may run into Phil Campbell. They got 3 Duttons.
Yeah, I've heard they got 3 really good pitchers. I don't know if anybody else has heard anything about Phil Campbell, but I just heard today Fife would have a hard time winning, going for the trifecta.
To win 3, you got to win 2 of the 3.
Yeah, or to win the 3 state championships and 3 sports.
Yeah.
They may win track,
Yes, they broke some other record the other day. We went with Marcus track meet the other day. We went to Albertville. Beautiful day. Had a good time.
When they were up there,
throw shot putting, throw disc, and we had Fife wasn't there, but I had read about them breaking some other record for
Marcus doing good at the track meet.
Yeah, he's having fun.
There's Ombre on the track team.
Yeah, he does long jump and javelin, and maybe he does the hurdle or I know Nick does hurdles. He does maybe the shorter run, like the 100.
Yeah, I'd say he something.
He was fast. They did
he is
the handoff, and when Ombre got that thing, man, he just left. Everybody.
Did they win? Did they win that?
No, when the anchor person for whoever that was it Fort Payne maybe?
Look at he fly.
Man, he took off.
Really?
Yeah, Ombre had a big lead on the back over there when he handed off, and yeah, that's good.
Really?
Yeah, that's the fast kids per section. We got some fast kids.
Does Spring Garden run track?
I haven't seen.
I wouldn't think they could. I mean, most of them are in baseball. They may have a track team. I don't know. Anybody knows? Let me know.
Yeah. Well, need to holler at Coach Smith out there, Cherokee County Warriors, and they got to get back out there and get to visit with them again. It's been busy. We've been trying to cover everybody, and I know the season's going to kind of round up for them. I don't think they don't have any more home games. They played White Plains. They won 12-11. Hayden Wheeler collected 5 hits and the 5 at bats to help Cherokee County to get past White Plains. The Warriors scored 5 runs in 4 innings. You go along with Wheeler, Connor Wilson, and Walker Pruitt, who all drove in runs. I'm still battling this. I'm sorry. Wilson he was credited with a victory for Cherokee County. The righty lasted just the 1 inning, only allowing 1 hit and 0 runs while striking out 1 and walking 0. Tristan Whitefield and Pruitt entered the game out of the bullpen and helped to close out the game. Let's see. Barrett started the game for White Plains. He went 4 innings, took a loss for the game. So Wheeler, Wilson, Cooper Rogers each earned multiple hits. Wheeler led Cherokee County Warriors with 5 hits and 5 at bats, and then they went on and played them again the next series, and they win 7-4 over White Plains. This time Connor pitched. He pitched 5 innings. Malachi Horton and Cody Adderhold each collected a hit for Cherokee County that game, and Tyree led White Plains with 3 hits. So they took that series. And looks like the Warriors, Coach Smith and the boys will be at Jacksonville Tuesday. So good luck to them and all their accomplishments for the year. And we really kind of we got to get close to the boys out there. At center, go out there and see them play.
Young too.
The county tournament and get to hang around. So I'm excited to see.
I've been around all the teams.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, definitely. All 5. Cedar Bluff, Gills, and Sandrock. We watched them all, haven't we?
Yeah.
So.
And all the teams in the county are. Spring Garden's got the most of the older kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The most seniors. And they're definitely the better team in Campbell. They won the tournament over there, and they had a good run. But I liked how Center fought back there in that game. So it shows you they're getting there.
Oh yeah, and it just takes some time. And I should have mentioned this. I'm talking about Phil Campbell and 5. Piedmont's great.
Oh yeah,
so Piedmont can still.
I share some of their stuff on the page when I come across them.
Sorry about that, Piedmont people, but
their girls softball team, they're good too. We run across their
stuff. They're very good in track too, I think.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I've had some stuff on there. I shared on their
Foster,
track. Yeah,
see on their track squad. Yeah. Probably him and Johnson. Johnson.
Yeah.
And that Calhoun. Oh man, I bet they're real good in track.
Yeah.
Because Calhoun's a speedster.
Yeah. So just countywide here, Cedar Bluff, Gainesville Center, they're going to bring back a lot of baseball players. So we're going to see.
Yes, there's several baseball players.
Next baseball season, we're going to see a lot of familiar faces. What I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Burleson and Preston and Bucky and Pack and the Stallions boys.
Goins.
At Cedar Bluff will be back, and half the team at Spring Garden, those boys are going to be back, and they got pitching and
the Popes.
Yep. So
Gilville returns a lot.
Colin
Pruitt will be back at center.
Yep. Yeah. A lot of they only got 3 seniors.
Really.
Cade and Logan and Ethan.
Is Logan a senior? Logan Wood.
Yeah, it's just Logan, Cade, and Ethan. So
it'll be a good year in baseball.
Yeah. So the county tournament next year, guys, for baseball. We're glad we got to cover the county tournament for everybody. We had a good time doing it. Good. So this baseball local is not over, but it kind of is for most of the teams.
Yeah.
So we're going to do
a few practice games, really, right?
We're going to do kind of probably like we did with football. We'll follow Spring Garden, through the playoffs, be in touch with Coach, and love to get him come on the show with us, Coach Benefield, and talk baseball and wind that up. And we'll be trying to wind into college football is going to start. Yeah. Practice is going on. A-Day is this coming weekend.
Everybody likes that.
I'll be Cedar Bluff Prom is the same day, so.
So you're not going to be able to do well, I don't even know how they're doing A-Day. Can you go in?
Yeah, as far as I know, they're going to limit numbers coming in, so you probably get there really early.
We went down there one time, didn't we? Mm-hmm. We just walked in.
Yeah.
Didn't pay a dime.
Yeah, no, it don't cost nothing. You just go in.
Yeah, you and Marcus went, right?
Yeah. We used to go every year. When he was younger, we would go when McCarran was there. We would go all those years that those teams played and won. We was all the A-Day games in. So, I get congrats to all the teams. They had semi-successful seasons, like we just went over, they are young in places. And Coach Nelson and
I know Coach Nelson's got a lot of players returning too.
Coach Smith and Coach Garman and they're gonna be they're gonna be right back in it next year. Sandrock's just losing the 3 boys, but they're losing 3 good players.
Yeah.
Some pitching.
It could hurt.
Yeah, but they're young in spots, and they got a big JV team. Like Center, they got a big JV squad coming up. So their Center's going to lose 1 and going to bring on like 10.
I've heard Gillsville JV's great.
Yeah, they are.
I've heard they're very, very good.
Yeah.
So a lot of them will move on up. Play,
Yeah. Bradley's.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 2 more years.
And
I thought he was a junior. He's just a sophomore. Talked to Bradley the other day. He said he's just a sophomore.
Yeah. Well, and Nikki, Nikki's boys.
Oh, yeah. Timmy Bradley's boys. Yeah, they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah. They got several more years to play. Jason Lee's little boy, Landon.
Plays a lot.
Landon plays. He's still young. So, we'll see more from your faces next year in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, they will be.
So there won't be as much baseball.
Yeah, we're winding down on baseball. Got 1 game left to discuss in basketball, and that's it.
And
I'm sure we'll give you NBA updates in the playoffs, but I don't know if we'll break it down.
I don't think much of our viewers are into NBA.
Yeah, nothing against it. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's just not our viewing audience. Just don't keep up with it that closely. I look at it every once in a while, but it's just become so political. They politicize everything, and then everybody's opinion's got to be.
Yeah.
You can't just play sports or watch sports anymore. You got to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And you don't have. Play. Yeah, you don't have to have an opinion. Jordan said he didn't have an opinion when he played because he said, I don't want to say anything about it because I don't know enough about it and I don't want to sound stupid.
Right.
He didn't say that exactly, but pretty much he just didn't. So, and I think it's kind of hurt a lot of sports.
Well, I'm not knocking anybody.
Not that people can't have an opinion,
right?
But most people that are watching the game don't put a lot of their hope in the opinion of a multi-billionaire.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you got a guy that's making $9 an hour working at Walmart, and you got watching a guy that's a multi-millionaire, you know, just that's why Jordan didn't, because he didn't know enough about it.
When I keep up, I look at the box scores. I do fantasy basketball, and I'm not going to criticize it all because I don't know. But I don't know how it was back in the 90s and 80s. My gosh, every time I look at a box score, I start players out. He didn't play that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I mean, there may not be anything going on, but every time I look at the big three in New Jersey, that's actually New York now.
Brooklyn Nets,
Brooklyn Nets.
Kyrie, he'll play, and then he don't play.
Irving's playing. Harden and Durant's out. I look at it 3 days later, Durant's playing, and Irving's playing, but Harden's not. Then Harden, and that has been constant.
It seems like, back in the day, even watching like when Barkley and them played, way back in the day with Dr. J and them,
yeah,
those three were,
Dr. J, Moses Malone, and Barkley.
Yes, right. Those three, for example, they were playing together every night. You could when you bought a ticket as a fan, you spend your hard-earned money on to go see these multi-billionaires play a game. You want to see them play. You don't want to buy a ticket and not see them play.
Well, I know that, and these injuries may be legit. I don't know, but I know LeJames Braun, and him and Anthony Davis are both out.
Yeah, they beat the Nets the night when they didn't even play.
And Harden's out. It seemed like they miss a lot of time.
Well, that's kind of why we don't break down a lot of NBA. It's so
you don't know. I mean, there's a lot of guys out.
It's so sporadic, and we do have 40-hour week.
Right.
I work 40, 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
So this is just what we do for fun, and we love to bring it to y'all. And we love sharing info about the kids. Throw some pictures up there and action shots and them hitting the ball or catching touchdowns, making tackles, and dunking the ball, and so football's kind of going to be on the way. And that's kind of all of whatever. Now we'll roll into our next little spot. And first, before we get any further, we have to mention our sponsors, Turkey Eye Clinic, and we always appreciate Jar and April coming on board with us. And we have to mention Shelly and the girls down at Dairy King, the Coca-Cola cake. If you've never had it,
how much is
you gotta have that
Coca-Cola cake?
Yeah, it's good. Warrior Jim, been with us forever and ever and always. Kevin's Line of Landscaping, he's so busy right now. He's working 8 days a week. Scott Lloyd's Legal Service. If you have any problems, that's always the man to go see. Super nice guy. We appreciate all our sponsors.
Well, you ready to talk about the big Monday night matchup?
Well,
or last Monday night?
Yeah, it was unexpected. Baylor just jumped out on them really quick. The Mitchell kid come out blazing and smoking it. They just come out and played fast, Dean.
Oh man, it was 11-0 with
fast
in 3 minutes, and for the rest of the game, honestly, Gonzaga didn't play that bad, but you're already down 11-0. And I thought Gonzaga played lights out from the 6 minute for the last 26 minutes of the ball game, but there was one problem with it. They were down 19 points, and Baylor hit their first 5 3-pointers.
I know everybody's done broke it down, 100 ways from Sunday since last week, but all aspects of the game. I mean, at first, part going in there and watching, at all aspects of the game, Baylor just dominated.
Oh my God!
They come out dropping the three, and I told him before the game.
He did. If they keep hitting these threes, they hit 10 for 23.
I said if they go 10 for 23, I really did. I mean, it's a lucky guess, but I said if they go for 10 for 23, I think they'll probably win this game. And they go 10 for 23. They were just a hand that night.
With offensive rebounding.
They couldn't get nothing.
I mean, my gosh.
Especially
at the first.
Yeah.
We were watching it, and it was quick. It was 4-1 quick. I'm talking about 4-1 on offensive rebounds. Matt was going, my gosh, there's no way they can keep doing this all night and win.
Turnovers. Every time Zaga come down, the hand speed of Baylor, their hands they're slapping at the ball. They just had nothing.
Well, they won, and we looked over this. Gonzaga shot better.
Yeah,
from the
field goal percentage,
but they won in rebounds, steals, block shots, shot better from the free throw line, had less turnovers. Baylor did, and they shot better from the three. Gonzaga did not shoot good from the three, and I thought Suggs played good for Gonzaga, but he got in foul trouble early.
Yeah,
2 charges right off the bat.
Right, yeah, same way they did Jones at the UCLA game.
Well, now the second one might have been a charge. One of them was a charge.
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah, the refs set the pace for the game real quick. What they was going to put up with and what they wouldn't.
Yes, Sean Kilgrove, you're absolutely right. He said that's a second chance points.
Yep,
and that's what made it 11-0.
Real fast.
Oh yeah, and then the next thing you know, it's 16-4, and then it's 19-6, and it's 22-9.
Well, by halftime, I thought, well, they'll come out and change some stuff up.
Oh man, they cut it to 10.
And they did. They adjusted because Gonzaga's, they're going to bring back about everybody from that team. I'm sure Suggs ain't going to be back. I'd imagine he'll probably.
I haven't heard anything about him. They said they're the early number one, dominant. And then UCLA is supposed to be very good too.
I'd assume he goes.
Well, they're thinking. I don't know. I don't know how his stock's gone up some. But he does a good job of keeping them around. And Alabama will be good. I think Alabama, UCLA, and Gonzaga, to me, she top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. What about UCLA? How you like them coming back? I mean,
oh man, they got everybody back, but I keep hearing that
Juzang
may go. Maybe not, but there's a chance.
The guard play for Baylor just was the difference.
Right, Butler, Mitchell, was it Maceo Teague? Oh man, they're good.
I like Mitchell. I had my eye on him.
Lothamba's good too.
Lothamba. he had some free throws when it was never really close, but he had hit a free throw to keep it a double-digit lead. Does that make sense?
Right. Hold it. I was waiting. Sean Kilgrove, and that's a good point, Mr. Kilgrove. He said Gonzaga was probably wore out from that Saturday night game against UCLA. That was an emotional win. You hit the game winner from half court.
Yeah, they were just drained. They come out flat.
They did. Well, I just thought Baylor was better.
They are.
They were more athletic. But now, Gonzaga may win it next year, hands down.
Because UCLA pretty much had won the game the night before, we felt like.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like Gonzaga won that game. I mean, he hit a last-second shot, which I wouldn't have counted if I'm the ref.
Yeah, me either.
He didn't call glass.
I know people are like, what is he talking about?
He didn't call glass.
He throws it up in time.
If he gets it off, it's glass.
Yeah.
Flips it, boom, he gets it. But he didn't call glass. I'm waving it off.
Usually half-court shots like that don't bang.
You lose the game. You lose the game.
It's over. Usually shots like that just go straight in. They don't hit the glass.
That's right. He didn't call glass, so I'm not counting.
Suggs fans.
Definitely. But UCLA won the game for me, and
oh man, they played good.
Yeah, Rusty Shackelford called in. He was our caller.
Rusty Shackelford. Y'all know Rusty Shackelford?
Yeah, he's on King of the Hill.
That's not the same guy that plays at Alabama. Jay.
That's his stepson that plays at Alabama.
Well, I hope Quinterly and Shackelford come back. Surely.
Yeah. Now Alabama, have we got coming back? I mean, they're losing Reese and Petty and Jones.
Primo back. Jones, Reese, Petty, and Jones.
Yeah. So.
Got Primo back. Ellis, who's your.
I like him. I really like him. He plays hard, man.
Gary's back. Shackelford and Quinterly, who I think is the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Overall.
So Bama's going. Well, they'll definitely be a Sweet 16 team. I mean, I would assume that now.
Well,
I mean,
and Sean, you can back me up on this. It told me, and I've read it, and it's true. Primo's the highest rated player on that team, coming out of high school.
Yep.
So you're not a 5-star unless you got some talent. And he got hurt, but he had a good.
Yeah.
He's a good ball player. I look for him to shoot more next year.
Yeah. Well.
Congrats to the Baylor Bears and Jerry Butler.
First win for the boys to win a national title.
Yeah, first ever.
Yeah.
His name, Jerry Butler. Yeah, Jerry Butler.
Yeah,
played at Alabama.
Yeah. Now,
or on campus.
I'd also say, what about Michigan coming back?
Oh, I forgot about them. They are supposed to be very good.
Yeah.
Michigan.
I like them.
Howard does a good job.
I like them next year too.
I think the top five's pretty much
it's gonna be a lot of the same teams we've seen.
Gonzaga, UCLA, Alabama, Michigan.
What about Ohio State? I don't know enough about them. I couldn't
know
comment
about Ohio State, but they were a 2 seed this year.
Yeah, I couldn't
And
comment.
Kentucky, we thought they were going to have a lot of guys.
Now, who are they bringing back?
Well, 3 of them's already gone. 4 of them's gone. 3 of them pro.
Wait,
They went 9-16.
are
No, they've lost 5 players. 3 went pro, 1 transferred, and 1 graduated. So he's lost 5.
So he's going to start over with a brand new team again next year.
Well, he's got some guys back. He's got some key players back.
Something to come off the bench for him.
Yes. He's got a guy named Mintz, Davion Mintz. It's got a guy named Deontay Allen.
Yeah.
Who's a fan favorite.
Yes, okay, yeah.
But now he didn't play him a whole lot, but he could get hot on the field.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
They got some good players, and they got a couple transfers coming in. I think he's probably created a monster there he can't even control anymore.
Yeah, they're just coming in. They're using the school as a one and done.
Right.
Even if they don't win a game, we're in and out.
We're gone. Yeah. Terrence Clark, who only played in 7 to 8 ball games for Kentucky this year, went pro. So, and I don't think Calipari. I'm gonna get off his back. I don't even think he's telling him to go pro anymore.
I don't understand it. I don't see. There's no, no way you can win any games or try to be a national championship contender. Just jump off and run like that.
I did read that Duke's supposed to be real good.
Oh, okay. Well, and of course, hats off to 3 national championships at North Carolina.
Yeah, Roy Williams. I like Roy
Coach Williams had 8 appearances, in
the Final Four.
Yeah, won 3 rings. So I always enjoyed watching him coach the guys. I think the kids love him.
I like Roy Williams.
Seems like they do. 18 years, is that right? 18, 19 years.
Or 8. No, yes, 18.
So
he won in his second year there.
Yeah, congrats to him. It's been a heck of a run.
Yeah, I like Roy. Now there's news of talk of scandal with him, but who knows? There's talk of that with everybody. So, it wasn't proven, so I can't hold it against him.
Well, Dean, let's do this right here. Are y'all ready for some football? Give me a yeah. I can't hear you. If you're ready for some football, so
post something on.
Here's what we're going to do, guys. Y'all take a look at this. This is last year. Dane, you can see it there or here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just last year's kind of top whatever. Bama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State.
Top 4.
A&M come in at a close 5. Florida was 6. Cincinnati, Northwestern, blah, blah, blah.
Northwestern finished 8th. Wow.
Oregon, 15. North Carolina, 19. Texas down there at 17. So that's what happened last year. So what we want to do, y'all take a look at that, and we want to talk about. We done talked about Alabama. We go over them pretty regular. I'm gonna start off with Notre Dame, Dean.
Okay.
And
we're gonna reveal our sleepers here a little bit.
Right. We'll see what y'all think. I mean, y'all give us. This show's for y'all too. I mean, without y'all, there ain't no us. And for debate, and ain't nobody got a wrong answer. I'm just reading over stuff and watching some of their scrimmages and seeing what they got, who they got coming back, because Ian Book is gone. Their quarterback, big loss. He had wasn't really a big fan of him, but after
I thought he was good, but I didn't think he was dynamic.
After he grew into the role.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. He grew into that role. So y'all got a good look at that there. That's everybody knows who the top 4 kind of was. We'll say Tyler Birchner, freshman from California, quarterback, Notre Dame, could be the guy. But also the fan pages that I go on and look at and stuff, this Jake Cohen transfer from Wisconsin.
Man, he's got some good stats.
He's pretty good, guys. So y'all put a little star beside this Cohen kid from Wisconsin. He transferred to Notre Dame.
Listen to this, Matt.
Yeah.
2,700 yards passing, 18 touchdowns.
No interceptions.
Through 5.
Oh, okay, I thought he had none.
Oh, no.
Maybe that was Ugale spring game. I get stuff mixed up.
So he did that in his 2 years ago at
Wisconsin. So
it'll be pretty tough.
They got a new defensive coach. Morris Freeman is a new D coach down there. They're going to have 8 starters back on the defense.
Wow.
so they're not going to be bad defensively. Offensively, I'm not real sure. The running back, we like the Kyron Williams
Yes, he's
kid.
very good.
Really good. We watched him. We liked him. We was high on him. Put a star by his name, guys. Tight end.
Williams.
And the tight end, Michael Meyer, which is easy to remember.
Man, he's awesome.
He averaged 42. He had 42 receptions last year for almost 500 yards, and he didn't play every game.
No, he's good. He may be the best tight end in the country.
Yeah, wide receivers, Austin, Levy, and Davis. Look for them to be there. If the linebacker of Drew White stays, I think Notre Dame has a good chance at being that above average defensively, not just average, but above average.
Back. Wow.
So, but keep your eyes out for defensive line. Kerr and Hennish, they return. He's 6'1", 300 pounds. There's going to be a little bit of age up there. Some of the defensive line, so that ain't too terrible. Defensive backs, though, did they lost a lot of people. So they're going to be really safeties. So what you got to do, you're replacing some All-Americans back there that played.
So they got the front eight back, front seven back, pretty much.
Yeah. Justin Abadella had 17 tackles, and Myron Tagula, he's a fifth year.
There you go.
Tagula Amos, he's a fifth-year senior. They think he's going to come back to get a better polish for his NFL look.
Right.
And the guy we just talked about, Drew White, linebacker, 57 tackles, 9 for loss. Had plenty of hurries and sacks.
He's a big return.
And as of a report I read a couple of weeks ago, they're looking for White to stay.
Well, up until you told me they didn't have much of a secondary back, I was fixing to tell you I thought they could get in that Final Four again. I don't know. With new DBs,
who they going to start off with?
Notre Dame schedule.
Let me look that up.
What their schedule. Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Tell us about who you one of these teams here, Clemson.
All right. Well, I looked up some stuff on Clemson, and let me tell you guys, Clemson may be all right. They got Ugalele, and Matt can tell you, and you already know Ugale's a real deal.
He's not bad.
He's stepped in for Lawrence when he was hurt last year. Did great. They do have to replace ATN, though, but Lynn J. Dixon is going to be their running back. 1,300 yards. All right. Well, hold it. We'll get back to that. So, Notre Dame starts off with Florida State. I think they could win that. They could beat Toledo, Purdue.
Wisconsin, Cincinnati, VTech, USC, North Carolina on Halloween.
Georgia Tech's getting better. And I'd say they drop a couple of them.
But they're going to start with
I don't think they'll be back in it.
May the 1st, they're going to have their spring game, Notre Dame will, and they're going to start off with Florida State. So, anyway.
Back to Clemson. Lynn J. Dixon, 1,300 career yards, will be the running back. And Ross is back. Justin Ross, the Alabama killer from 2 years ago.
Yeah, you put a big star by his name.
Yeah.
ETN and Lawrence, with them being gone, they got big shoes to fill. Now, Ugalele, sophomore, 67% passer, throw for 784 and 4 touchdowns.
He only played in 2 or 3 games.
Versus Boston College and Notre Dame. He played good against them. Now, Dixon, you're high on him. I like the kid. Yeah. I think he's good.
That'd be their tailback.
Let me give you another little inside cap here. Running back Will Shipley. May not see him a lot in the games, but in the spring game, he looked good. He's number 1. His high school stats had 4,200 rushing, 1,400 catching, 80 touchdowns. He went to Weddington High School, North Carolina.
That's some good stats.
Will Shipley, freshman. He's in high school. He missed his high school prom day to come to Clemson spring game.
Okay.
Also, Drew Sweeney, Dabo's boy, and look out for Hunter Ham's quarterback. He played really good.
Hunter Renfro's back.
No,
Hunter Renfro's gone.
We got another kid that's played right out of high school. Williams, he's a receiver. His dad, and Dabo played together at Alabama. So.
Okay. And Clemson's got a lot back on defense, and that was the part I didn't tell you. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Clemson has 4 offensive linemen. 4 starters. That's good.
Yeah, up front.
That's good.
They can run the ball. And like you said, Ross, and now defensively, the James.
Is he back?
Skaliski, he can play again this year. For what I read last night, he's still going to play. So
Steve Balin Spector's back, and he's the guy from Calhoun. I know y'all have heard us talk about him. He was our leading tackle.
This guy right here, put a star on him. Mike Jones, your linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be one of their guys, but said he transferred to LSU.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's the only starter they lost, really.
Yes. Right. So.
Wow. I look at what Dixon averages a carry, 7.4.
Yeah.
And you will know Ross is great.
E.J. Williams, he's an Alabama native, had a big game against Notre Dame. Wow. And then Nagata, he was a standout in the spring game. But I just watched tight end Galloway. He's a senior. Keep your eyes on him, tight end. I watched him. They get him the ball, and he's a good pass blocker, too. Jordan McFadden.
Well, they've got, Justin Foster. He's good.
Yep. He was out 2020 season.
Ago. Led the team in tackles. Wow.
Yeah. So, I'm not. Ugalet's going to be what he is. I mean, he is what he is.
Turner's coming back. You know
he
what?
Could be a fifth-year senior. Well, this would be his 6th year because he was he got red-shirted and he got I think he got medical shirted 1 year too. So they're going to start the season versus Georgia. So
big game right there.
So Clemson Georgia game, write that down.
Daniels versus Ugalet. Well, we think it's going to be Daniels. It may be Vanderbilt.
Well,
we'll get into that later. But I tell you what, from what I've just witnessed, I look for them to be in the championship game.
I think there's some questions on the left tackle at Clemson. They got a big kid, he's really long armed. He's like 6'7", 6'8". They're moving some kids around. They're going to have some age up front, Dean, but having even juniors or seniors on offensive line, it can still pose a little bit of a question when you're moving a center to a guard.
Right.
Or a guard to tackle. Like Marcus, he moved from center to tackle.
Yeah, it's a big adjustment.
Yeah, you're learning. I mean, not that they can't do it, but it's just a little different.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That just looks very good.
So
I think they're going to be hard to deal with.
If Ugalay can come out and the Hunter Helms kid, I know it's a spring game. I know that they're playing each other, but they won. Ugalay's team lost.
Wow.
So Hunter Helms' team, they won the spring by 1 point. Ugalay was going to take them down the field and score a 2-minute drill, and he threw up a deep ball and it got knocked out of their hand. So
yeah, I actually saw that.
Yeah.
Well, I think with Dixon, Ross, Ugalay, and all the defense and offensive line back.
Sweeney, that little tailback, I'm telling you, man,
they're going to be good.
This little Shipley kid, he's going to be good.
Yes, the Shipley kid, yes.
Freshman, 4,200 yards out of high school.
Wow, 4,200. And 1,400 receiving.
Yeah, 80 touchdowns. And he missed his prom to be at the spring game.
Well, now they'll have
He's a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't even shave, it looks like. I mean, he's like baby-faced as like I was as a senior in school.
Well, I'll go on and make my call now. I look for them to be a top 3 team. I do not look for Notre Dame to be.
Let's look back at this again. We got it back up there.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect Bama to be a contender.
Yes.
And Notre Dame, I think they're going to figure it out. And we'll talk about Ohio State. I got some stuff on them right here.
Yeah, what you got on OSU?
Supposed to be Kyle McCord. He's a 5-star freshman guy, supposed to be the hot hand, but a lot of people like this Stroud kid come out of California.
C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, supposed to be the stuff. If this Rutgers kid comes back as a tight end, he's big time. The Mitchell, DeJandre Mitchell, linebacker, they're going to open the season off playing at Minnesota. Now, Zach Harrison, if he comes back, it could be a difference maker. Trevon Henderson for Ohio State. He's another 5-star freshman tailback. He's going to come in and make some noise. Henderson. Remember that name. And, of course, we like Master Teague. We watched him play, man.
He's a good running back. He actually played against Alabama. Thurman got hurt.
Yes, and he's good, man. We were high on him, watching him play. He was making Bama look stupid. He did.
Yeah, he played well.
He played good. The team didn't, but he did.
Yes.
Their defense just couldn't stop Bama. The Wilson kid at receiving.
He's good. Garrett Wilson.
Fleming kid and the Jameis Williams. These are all guys that played last year. Now, they're used to playing with Fields. So if Stroud comes in here, the smoking kid from California, and he can really spin that bean, if he can really put the ball out there, defensively, they're kind of going to be in the same boat. They're not going to be terrible.
But they did lose some.
Yes.
So be honest now. Do you think, out of those four, I think we're on the same page here. We think Alabama and Clemson can return. But I'm going to go on and make it. I don't think Notre Dame and Ohio State will return.
It's going to be tough.
I'm thinking Oklahoma might be.
Well,
and I don't have no idea on the fourth yet.
And we're looking around down here in these other picks. Florida, they're going to have new spots coming in, and they're also on sanctions. Cincinnati had a great, fantastic season, but I think they're losing. Are they losing their quarterback and everybody?
I'll look up some more on. Usually those mid-major teams are senior heavy when they're good. Georgia lost a lot on defense.
Miami's bringing a good bit of players back. We're going to find out first game. They're going to match up. So it'll be previous 10 versus number 1 Bama. It's going to be a good game. So we look like Bama and Clemson. It's going to kind of be your traditional, again, for the 85th time. It looks like Bama may be playing Clemson again. Georgia can make a good run at this. We've talked about them.
They're a little light on defense. Offense should be.
I broke them down a few weeks ago. Talked about some scrimmage and players coming back. Now, we got something. This is just for fun. We've been on almost an hour now, so we know it's about time for us to cut loose. Everybody go eat dinner. Hope everybody's having a good time. And again, we thank y'all for taking a little time out of your Sundays to check out the Matt and Todd Show. We do appreciate it. It's been an interesting week, and looks like going to be some good weather maybe for some of our local baseball and stuff to be able to finish up the week.
I didn't realize that. I think you mentioned the other two, but that's pretty interesting.
Okay, yeah. The Neely Welsh and against Cedar Bluff, and the Neely hit home run.
Same day.
Her and Luke both hit home runs on the same day.
Brother and sister.
Yeah, that is cool.
And cousin.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. So congrats to the Welch family. They all homered on the same day.
That is pretty cool. And I noticed when we was covering that, talking about their game a while ago. Luke he was like 3 for 3 in one game and 3 for 4 in the next game, and he hit good over that day I was there.
Hey, look, we got somebody agreeing with us. Sean Kilgrove says he does think Oklahoma will hold down that third spot. I think they got as good a shot as anybody with Spencer Rattler. But we'll get into that later. But we got Alabama and Clemson, definitely. I'm not straying from that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm going to last little shot here, A&M. We felt like last year, coming into this, that, they may have a good team to do this, but, after studying it and really getting in depth with it even more, they've been recruiting good for the last couple of years, but Mond and 3 offensive linemen are definitely gone.
You lose Mond, a quarterback there.
Bubba Johnson at defensive tackle, Bobby Brown, linebacker, defensive tackle. They did win their bowl game. It looks like, coming back, you're going to have, looks like Haynes King from Longview, Texas. He's a freshman. Now, if this kid played at Longview, Texas,
he's probably pretty good.
I'd probably think he is. Now, Isaac Spiller, 400 yards.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Running back,
he's
really good.
Chase Lane, Caleb Chapman, it's like Desmond DeMoss. He's a 5-star wide receiver. He's going to come in and play. And they got tight end coming back, Jalen. They got a lot of skill players back. Defensive end, we talked about Johnson. We talked about Peavy, McKinley Jackson, and Michael Clemson, defensive tackle. Their linebackers, Russell Jr., he was a top 10 in defense in 2020 of last year. So it looks like they may get off to a slow start because their schedule. They play a tough schedule.
Right.
Jimbo's a good coach. I think he'll definitely have them ready.
I think they're going to be good, but I don't know if they'll be as good as last year. Not with Mond. It just depends on how their quarterback goes. I mean, they got Spiller and his backup back.
This King kid from Longview, Texas.
He's good.
And if you played at Longview, Texas high school,
and Texas A&M has most of their defense back.
You're probably pretty good.
But will they break that? I don't know if they can. I don't think they expect them to win the West. But I do think they'll be good. But losing Mond's big.
Well, the keys to the gate is definitely for the West is going to come through Alabama.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to upset them. And I did a sleeper team.
Hold on,
Actually,
who?
oh, I'm sorry.
Who you? Who's your pick?
Well, I did North Carolina,
Oh,
and I kind of found out the same thing you did about Texas A&M. They're gonna be good, but I don't know if they're gonna be quite as good. Possibly.
who they got coming
Well,
back?
they got Sam Howell, their quarterback, back, but he lost both running backs. Ty Chandler from Tennessee transferred over,
That's right.
so he's going to be their running back. But Howell also lost his receivers. But on a good note, all 5 offensive linemen are back. 6 of their front 7's back. Now, they lost a couple of DBs. So, but Mac Brown has done excellent recruiting.
He's a good coach.
And he's got 5 stars waiting to play.
Mm.
And 4 stars. So who knows? Some of them may be superstars. If somebody comes up and is this year, yeah, they could be great. And they're on the verge. They're a top 10 team. North Carolina and A&M are top 10 team.
Yeah, how's let's see.
Let's see what North Carolina. Their schedule's tough though. I mean, well, they got to play Clemson. You already got their and Notre Dame. I think I may be wrong.
They're gonna play. They're gonna start with VTech. It looks like September the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
see, that's a tough matchup.
At VTech, Georgia State, Virginia,
Georgia Tech's a tough matchup.
Duke,
and
then they're gonna go in October. They're gonna start a run. They're gonna play Florida State, Miami, Notre Dame.
Wow, see, that's not easy.
If they beat,
it's not as hard as it was in the '80s, but that's still not easy.
If they beat, if they beat Florida State, Miami, and Notre Dame, if they win all 3 of them games,
who was their last 3? Well, they could.
They're going. I mean, Pitt, Wolford, and NC State. I think they got that. Wake Forest hadn't been noticeable in a while. Duke, it's not a basketball game. Georgia Tech's going to put up a good front. They got a new coach. The offense is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
They got a new thing going on. Virginia, they'll keep it close for a little while. Beamer Ball is still alive at VTech. The boys,
that could be an upset.
Coaching out there, that could be a sleeper game, and I'm sure Coach Brown knows that. He's probably getting them ready.
Oh yeah. For
September 3rd there. Georgia State will be a no-brainer. So it looks to me they could go.
I'm thinking 10-2. What you think?
Yeah.
9-3, 10-2.
Yeah. If they dump to Notre Dame and Miami, if that's their only 2 losses, I think that's a win.
Do they not play Clemson in the regular season?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they'll play them.
Yeah.
You're going to have to give them only 1 loss with that schedule. And then more than likely play Clemson in the championship game, and you can't lose it.
And Clemson, in college football in general, is going to be back to playing, non-power 5 teams. Like you seen there, they're playing Wolford and,
Yeah, Georgia State.
Yeah, right. So it's good for those schools to make that money.
Yes. I'm glad we're going back to that, really, because I think that was pretty tough on the guys last year, was it not?
It changed some lives, and I ain't going to get philosophical about it, but just for me personally in my house, after things went down last year, the way the COVID hit, it did something to Marcus with the baseball. I don't know. He just don't care.
Interest.
Yeah. It's like you're afraid to do it again because you just stole your thunder right in the middle of the season.
Right.
You're just starting to make way. You're just starting to get your foot in, and then somebody is playing a game with people's lives and lies, and they're lying to a lot of people because of politics, man. You're changing people's lives because of your opinions. I hate that, and it affected a lot of kids.
We're getting back to. I know people are getting vaccines now, and we're getting back to normal. But the fact is that COVID's no better than it was a year ago, as far as the numbers go. So I mean, it makes you wonder why we shut down everything. I know we're more adjusted to it.
Yeah, well, Florida didn't. They never did.
Never did.
Shut down.
Did they not?
No.
Wow.
And they're trying to block that on the news because they don't want to get out how they've handled it. But anyway, that's enough about that, I guess. And baseball, it just kind of squashed it last year. It messed a lot of stuff up for a lot of kids.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. I've never had the season pulled out from under me, so I don't understand. But,
We'll let the sponsors run here, and we do appreciate everybody tuning in with us tonight.
Yeah, good night.
Have a good show, Dean. I think we had we covered everything, I guess.
with basketball.
Local baseball again. Thanks for the note from who sent that, Mark.
Mark.
Good.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark, for sending that.
Yeah, we didn't know. Well, we didn't know that she hit it, and that's interesting. Brothers and sisters, home
absolutely, man. Yeah, thank you.
Same day.
We love them over there.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Mark. We're glad we could put that out.
I saw Neely's in Walmart the other day during school hours. I don't know what that was about. But I don't want to get her.
Probably
in trouble,
co-oping or a lot of kids co-op.
She was with 4 other girls, so I guess it was
sometimes teachers.
All of them skipping, or that probably looked like teachers had sent her there.
Yeah, we used to do that. Coach Mintz would.
Oh, and Evans would send us to the hardware, and we would walk. Hey, go to the hardware for me, Todd.
Yeah, Coach Mintz would.
That was great.
Send us to cross the road to the pig to get maybe get some drinks or something for baseball. And to get something like Gatorades. We didn't have bottles of water. Nobody drank bottled water back in the 90s. But that was. Man, if you got picked to do that.
Oh, well, nobody will ever know until they do it how great it is to get to leave school and walk to the local hardware.
Yeah, you get to go.
You're gone 20 minutes.
You get to go to the store and you get a paint of skull and get out of class.
Well, I didn't dip then, but
excuse me.
The last time I went was with Evans. He just sent us one day, 2 of us. Hey, y'all run up the hardware, just walk up there. Now looking back now everything's so technical. If we got hit by a car or something, he would have been in a lot of trouble. But we were careful. We stopped back by the Dairy Queen. Got a Coke or something?
Right.
Maybe a milkshake.
Well,
great.
What else we got?
No, that's it, but.
Well, we're going to crank everything out and send it on out the door. And, guys, we love you and we appreciate you.
I'm going to grab a bite.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys through the week. We appreciate you. Y'all keep your heads clear as always and keep your hearts full of God. We appreciate you and we love you. Hey, peace.